Envision a universe originating from nothingness, devoid of time, space, and matter, merely an infinite void. Then, in a fleeting moment, light erupts into being, illuminating the cosmos. Yet, the question that has perplexed humanity for millennia remains: who or what initiated this phenomenon? Was it mere chance, chaos, or something of profound significance? Central to this enigma is a fundamental inquiry. What is the origin of existence? And, more significantly, what is the origin of God? Is God merely a construct devised by humanity to elucidate the inexplicable? Or does evidence suggest the presence of an eternal reality, transcending our comprehension? Scientific principles assert that nothing arises from nothing. The Big Bang posits an inception for all existence. Yet what instigated that inception? Might there exist an eternal force, unaffected by time and space, governing creation? In Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, God is characterized as self-existent, transcending the essence of reality. However, how can we reconcile this concept with the limitations of human reasoning? This speech will explore the fundamental aspects of existence, consciousness, and the divine. We will confront the limits of science, faith, and reason, potentially revealing truths that may challenge your existing beliefs. Are you prepared to undertake a journey that could transform your perception of the universe and your role within it? Initially, there existed an absence of matter. There was no presence of light, sound, or motion. There was an infinite emptiness. Envision standing at the precipice of that abyss, gazing into its profundity. It is not only vacuous, it is unintelligible. Nothingness is not only the lack of anything, it is the lack of everything. There are no stars to illuminate the void, no planets to steady the vastness, and no life to give it meaning. It is an endless, quiet void that extends beyond the intellect's comprehension. Nevertheless, we find ourselves in this situation. Both you and I are present. The world is extant. The universe is extant. What is the mechanism behind such a possibility? How can something emerge from nothingness? This inquiry has plagued humanity for millennia. Philosophers, physicists, theologians, and intellectuals have grappled with it, seeking solutions. However, the farther we go, the more intricate the enigma gets. Let us take a time to really contemplate the meaning of nothing. When we refer to nothing, we do not just imply the lack of substance or energy. We are discussing the lack of potential itself. If there is nothing, there is no basis, impetus, or process to create anything. Contemplate this. If one starts with complete emptiness, how could anything possibly originate? Nevertheless, we find ourselves in this situation. Observe your surroundings, the chair upon which you are seated, the air you are inhaling, and the screen displaying this text. All of these elements exist. The cosmos is expansive, intricate, and astonishingly complicated. From the minutest subatomic particles to the vastest galaxies, all entities are interrelated in manners that elude straightforward elucidation. However, from whence did it all originate? What was the cause? This culminates in a basic recognition. Something everlasting must exist. Existence itself would be unattainable without an everlasting source. Envision constructing a house devoid of a foundation. It would not endure. It was unable to remain upright. The identical idea pertains to reality. If anything that we perceive, interact with, and undergo has an origin, then there must exist something that is eternal, something that has never started. Consequently, we confront an insurmountable paradox. How can something emerge from absolute nothingness? the notion fundamentally contradicts logic. In scientific discourse, the notion of pure emptiness generating anything is absurd. Physicists frequently discuss quantum fluctuations or vacuum states. Nonetheless, these phenomena do not represent nothing. They are regulated by pre-existing rules and principles. Absolute emptiness precludes the existence of such processes. Let us advance this further. What is the appearance of an everlasting source? What attributes must it have? It must surpass temporal limitations. Time is a dimension of the physical universe. Yet, if its source predated the cosmos, it cannot be constrained by time. It must also surpass spatial limitations. Space is limited, quantifiable, and a component of creation. Nonetheless, the everlasting source must embrace all of space without being constrained by it. Ultimately, it must surpass materiality. Substance. The substance changes, deteriorates, and transforms, but the eternal source must remain constant, unchanging, and self-sustaining. Rituals lead us to the notion of God, an everlasting, uncreated being that transcends the confines of time, space, and matter. This is not only a theological assertion, it is a logical imperative. If the cosmos had a commencement, and science indicates it did, then its inception must signify something superior. This superiority must be external to the system. This superiority must come from an entity that is self-sufficient and does not rely on external factors for its existence. That entity is God. What is the significance of this? What is the significance of contemplating the essence of existence or the potentiality of an everlasting origin? Understanding our origins influences our way of life. If the cosmos is a fortuitous occurrence, lacking intention, then existence may appear empty of significance. However, if an eternal creator exists, a creature who deliberately initiated existence, then life has profound importance. It implies that we are not just coincidences. We are not errors. We are integral to a comprehensive design, created with deliberation and intent. In contemplating the enigma of existence, let us appreciate its inherent wonder. The ability to pose these inquiries and contemplate the universe's beginnings is a monument to the remarkable endowment of awareness. We are not only passive spectators in this narrative, we are engaged participants, asked to investigate, pursue, and uncover. In our pursuit, we may discover not just answers, but also a profound connection to the everlasting source of all existence. Initially, there existed an absence of matter. There was no presence of light, sound, or motion. There was an infinite emptiness. However, the issue that has perplexed humanity for ages is, how did anything emerge from nothing? Contemplate it. If there were genuinely nothing, no energy, no particles, no forces, how could anything ever originate? This is not just a philosophical question. It poses a fundamental challenge to our understanding of life itself. Analyze this systematically. Imagine a pristine canvas, entirely devoid of brushstrokes, colors, or textures. Envision the identical canvas abruptly metamorphosing into a masterpiece devoid of a creator, instruments, or rationale. It contradicts reason, does it not? The identical concept is applicable to the cosmos. If there was nothing, how could something, anything, arise? This culminates in a significant understanding. An everlasting entity must exist. Existence itself would be unattainable without an everlasting source. Examine the true significance of eternal. When we describe something as everlasting, we indicate that it possesses neither a beginning nor an end. It is as such. Conversely, all entities in the physical universe possess a commencement. Stars are created and perish. Galaxies emerge and dissolve. According to scientific understanding, the cosmos itself had an origin, the Big Bang. The cosmos is limited, contingent, and dependent on something else. So where did it come from? Could it be that a force or power initiated all motion? This is where the notion of God is relevant. In Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, God is described as everlasting, uncreated, and transcendent in time and space. These traditions assert that God is the supreme origin of all things. He is not constrained by the physical cosmos, as he resides beyond it. What is the significance of this? What is the significance of God's eternality? Allow me to elucidate. Envision yourself positioned at the brink of an expansive ocean. The lake extends to the horizon as the waves incessantly collide with the beach. Consider attempting to ascertain the genesis of the ocean. What is the source of the water? What is the origin of its arrival here? One may trace rivers upstream, investigate subterranean springs, or analyze precipitation patterns. Yet, ultimately, one will encounter a juncture where the origin remains elusive. That inscrutable origin resembles God. He is the perpetual source from which all originate. Who is the creator of God? It frequently emerges, although it is founded on a misconception. The essence of God is that he is uncreated. He requires no creator, for he is the creation. Inquiring about the creator of God is akin to questioning the origin of eternity or the inception of creation itself. It is a category error to impose human restrictions on an entity that transcends such constraints. God is not a component of the created order. He is the fundamental basis upon which the created order is established. Consider things from this perspective. To construct a house, one requires resources such as wood, nails, bricks, and others. However, from where do such resources originate? They originate from the earth, which in turn originated from the universe. What is the origin of the universe? Science attributes the origin of the universe to the Big Bang. Nevertheless, the cause of the Big Bang remains unknown. Ultimately, one must reach a primary cause, an uncaused origin. The uncaused cause is God. He is the definitive rationale for the existence of anything whatsoever. However, let us delve further. What is the significance of God's eternality? Eternity is not only an unlimited duration, it is the complete absence of time. Time constitutes a dimension of the physical cosmos. Nonetheless, God lives beyond the confines of time. He is unbound by the constraints of time. For God, all things merely exist. This idea is challenging to comprehend because of our temporal nature. We perceive existence incrementally, ever advancing. However, God perceives the complete chronology of existence, encompassing all of history and the entirety of the future, as a one, unified entity. Contemplate this parallel. Envision yourself seeing a film. You may pause, rewind, or fast forward through the sequences. You have authority over the story, as you are beyond its confines. Likewise, God lives outside the film of the cosmos. He perceives every instant concurrently and comprehends the interconnections among all elements. This viewpoint grants him absolute knowledge and total dominion over creation. The concept of God's eternality also pertains to his immutability. As he dwells beyond the confines of time, he is immutable. He is steadfast, dependable, and immutable. In a transient and deteriorating world, God stays unwavering. This explains why numerous individuals derive solace from their belief in God. He is a steadfast entity amid turmoil, an unwavering presence in a fluctuating cosmos. The notion of God's eternality compels us to transcend our restricted human viewpoint. It prompts us to contemplate the potential existence of aspects of reality beyond our sensory perception or quantifiable measures. It urges us to accept mystery and awe while recognizing that certain realities elude our understanding. It reminds us that, despite uncertainty, there exists a source of meaning and purpose that transcends the material realm. Explore the enigma of creation more thoroughly. Light, an initial act of creation, possesses immense importance. Numerous religious scriptures state that God said, "Let there be light," and light was created. What is the significance of this? Light transcends a mere physical phenomenon. It embodies clarity, truth, and vitality. It eliminates obscurity and reveals what was previously concealed. The generation of light evokes the significance of intention and purpose. God did not create haphazardly. Each act of creation possessed significance. Envision the cosmos prior to the existence of light. There was an absence of the sun, stars, and galaxies. There was an endless expanse of emptiness. It was devoid of warmth, color, and movement. It represented a condition of unadulterated promise that was poised for realization. Subsequently, with a singular command, illumination manifested. This was not an ordinary light. It was the fundamental light, the basis upon which everything else would be constructed. This illumination was not connected to the sun or the stars. It was an entity of immense significance, one that enlightened both the physical and spiritual realms. Contemplate the role of light in contemporary life. In its absence, we are adrift. Obscurity engenders confusion and isolation. Light illuminates our path, directs us, and establishes our connection to the surrounding environment. It enables us to see beauty, to encounter amazement, and to comprehend the infinite nuances of creation. Light sustains life. Plants develop as a result of it. Animals flourish as a result. Humans rely on it. Nevertheless, light is inherently intangible. It cannot be grasped in one's hand. It cannot be contained. It operates at incomprehensible velocities, surpassing all entities in the cosmos. Light exists as both a particle and a wave, concurrently manifesting in two states. It transcends human comprehension, akin to God Himself. In creating light, God established the foundation for all subsequent creations. Light emerged as the foundation of existence. It delineated day from night, order from chaos. It signified the birth of time itself. In the absence of light, life would lack rhythm, cycles, and evolution. Light imparted structure to the cosmos. It generated stars, which subsequently produced planets, galaxies, and ultimately, life itself. The light that God created served not just as a means of illumination, but as a proclamation of intent. It indicated that the cosmos was neither arbitrary nor devoid of significance. It was purposefully created. However, the most intriguing aspect is as follows. Light possesses a spiritual dimension. Historically, light has been linked to divinity, knowledge, and enlightenment. In several traditions, light symbolizes truth and illuminates ignorance. It represents hope penetrating despair. It represents life triumphing over death. When we discuss light, we refer to more than just a physical phenomenon. We are discussing a profoundly symbolic concept that connects with the human spirit. How does seeing sunlight through your window in the morning make you feel? Does it not evoke a sense of potential? Does it not evoke the notion that a fresh day has started, replete with chances and potential? That sentiment is not coincidental. It embodies the spiritual intention underlying light. God not only created light to illuminate the world, but also to inspire us, serving as a reminder that even in our darkest moments, a ray of hope persists. Light is a scientific marvel. Scientists continue to unveil its enigmas even now. Light exhibits behaviors that contradict our understanding of reality. It curves around objects, traverses vast distances, and transmits information from the most remote corners of the cosmos. It is simultaneously straightforward and intricate. It is recognizable, yet enigmatic. Light reflects the essence of God in several aspects. It is ubiquitous, but imperceptible. It is powerful but mild. It is immutable, but ever-evolving. The emergence of light constituted more than just the initial phase in the formation of the cosmos. It constituted a declaration. It constituted a commitment. It provided an insight into the Creator's psyche. When God proclaimed, "Let there be light," He was not only generating a functioning entity, He was disclosing His nature. He demonstrated that He is the origin of all truth, beauty, and life. He encouraged us to investigate, to inquire, and to pursue comprehension. He urged us to go beyond the superficial and uncover the profound significance underlying all things. Therefore, when you next observe light, pause to contemplate. Consider its origin. Consider its significance. Contemplate the boundless power and knowledge it represents. In that illumination, one will discover more than mere photons and waves. You will discover a link to the eternal, the holy. A reminder exists that the cosmos was not formed by coincidence, but by design. Embrace the inner light. Let it guide you and share it with the world. Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. God is neither a remote being nor an abstract notion. He is the perpetual, uncreated being that resides at the core of existence. These traditions convey that God is unconfined by time, space, or substance. Instead, He lives beyond them, transcending the constraints that characterize our physical existence. This concept may appear intricate, but let us deconstruct it in a manner that renders it accessible and significant. Envision yourself on a beach, seeing the waves collide with the shoreline. The water appears expansive, infinite, and threatening. Regardless of the distance traversed over its expanse, one will never attain its boundary. Now, extend that picture indefinitely. Eternity refers to the concept of God in our discussions. He possesses neither a commencement nor a conclusion. He has always existed and will perpetually continue to exist. This is the reason for the inquiry: who is the creator of God? It lacks coherence. If God possessed a creator, He would not genuinely be considered God. God is, by definition, the uncaused cause and the ultimate origin of all existence. What does it signify for God to transcend time, space, and matter? Let's start with time. We see time as linear. We perceive existence as a continuum of moments, past, present, and future. However, God exists beyond this structure. Envision the ability to perceive your whole existence simultaneously, from the moment of your birth until the day of your demise. You would not be restricted to a certain instant. You would perceive the entirety of the situation. That is how God comprehends time. He is neither anticipating the future nor reminiscing about the past. He only exists. This viewpoint enables Him to operate with complete intelligence and intent, possessing comprehensive knowledge of creation's narrative from inception to conclusion. Template space. The cosmos is incomprehensibly expansive, extending billions of light years in all directions. Nonetheless, even the most distant expanses of the universe are limited. God, meanwhile, is not constrained by spatial limitations. He is not somewhere in the cosmos. He is omnipresent. Envision it as if you are grasping a snow globe in your palm. The complete little world is visible within it. The diminutive dwellings, the trees, and the swirling snowflakes. You do not belong to that realm, yet you embody it entirely. Similarly, God includes the entirety of the cosmos. He pervades every aspect of creation, yet he remains apart from it. Ultimately, there exists a matter. All entities we see, manipulate, and engage with consist of tangible matter. However, God is not. He is a spirit, residing beyond the limitations of a corporeal body. This does not imply that he is far or disengaged. Conversely, his spiritual essence enables him to engage with us in manners that surpass the physical realm. Contemplate love, joy, or tranquility. These are intangible entities, yet they exert a significant influence on our lives. Likewise, the divine presence is seen not by visual or tactile means, but through faith, intuition, and personal experience. The advantage of comprehending God in this manner is that it encourages a more profound connection with Him. Understanding God's eternity reveals that He has perpetually been with us and will continue to be. Recognizing His transcendence over space provides solace with the assurance of His proximity, regardless of our location. Upon acknowledging His spiritual essence, we become receptive to experiencing Him in manners that transcend the bodily senses. This comprehension compels us to reevaluate our position in the cosmos. If God is the everlasting uncreated being, existing beyond time, space, and matter, then all else, including humanity, is dependent upon Him. We are neither accidents nor arbitrary outcomes of chance. We are deliberate creations, brought into existence by a kind God who fashioned us for a specific purpose. This insight alters our viewpoint. It serves as a reminder that existence transcends just survival or the accumulation of money and material. It pertains to establishing a connection with the Creator who bestowed life on us and uncovering the distinctive functions we fulfill in His overarching design. Hinge design. The notion of God as everlasting, uncreated, and transcendent is simultaneously humbling and inspiring. It humbles us by reminding us of our insignificance in the presence of the infinite. It strengthens us by affirming that we are cherished and esteemed by the one who sustains all existence. This concept encourages exploring the vast mysteries of existence and the divine, regardless of whether one approaches them with faith, curiosity, or skepticism. This starts a journey of exploration that not only provides answers, but also raises profound questions, enhances insights, and heightens appreciation for the wonder of existence. Let us examine one of the most deep enigmas, the essence of God, and the ways in which we may start our understanding of Him. This is the juncture at which the dialogue becomes profoundly personal and transformational. Envision, for an instant, positioning oneself at the brink of an expansive ocean. The waves collide with the coast, the cold air caresses your skin, and the repetitive sound of water meeting land resonates. Regardless of the distance you traverse, the horizon remains unattainable. It extends infinitely forward, a limit that exists yet stays unattainable. This reflects the common sentiment of humans when pondering the divine. He is boundless, beyond our comprehension, yet definitely evident in the surrounding environment. Let us explore the elements that render this enigma particularly captivating. Contemplate awareness. What is it? What is its origin? Science has achieved remarkable progress in comprehending the brain, delineating neuronal pathways, and elucidating how electrical impulses convert into ideas and emotions. Nevertheless, despite this advancement, no one can completely elucidate the origins or mechanisms of awareness. An imperceptible power seems to animate our bodies, endowing us with the capacity to think, dream, and create. Is it not intriguing that a phenomenon so essential to our life remains predominantly unaccounted for? Consciousness. Consciousness, like God, is both personal and elusive. It exists within us, influencing every instant of our lives, yet its origins remain enigmatic. It exists, it resides within us, influencing every moment of our lives, yet its origins remain enigmatic. Presents another captivating comparison. Energy is the essential force of the cosmos. It energizes stars, propels planets, and supports life itself. The rules of physics state that energy cannot be generated or annihilated. It just converts from one form to another. A tree captures sunlight, transforming it into chemical energy contained inside its leaves. Consuming an apple from that tree allows us to use its energy to sustain our bodies. Energy permeates all entities, interlinking all forms of life within a complex network of existence. However, from where did energy originate initially? What initiated the initial explosion of energy if the universe started with the Big Bang? Was it a matter of random chance, or was it directed by a superior intelligence? These inquiries direct us towards God, the paramount origin of all energy and existence. However, the truly astounding aspect lies in what follows. As science recognizes the limits of our understanding, we must also concede that God is beyond our grasp. We inhabit a realm regulated by logic, reason, and empirical evidence. However, God functions beyond these limitations. He is unrestrained by the rules of physics, the confines of time, or the boundaries of space. Attempting to comprehend him solely through human intellect is akin to attempting to contain the ocean within a teacup. It is unfeasible. However, this does not imply that we should refrain from pursuing knowledge of him. The quest to understand God is one of the most fulfilling endeavors we can undertake. Reflect on instances in your life when you have faced the inexplicable. It may have been an abrupt realization that appeared unexpectedly, directing you towards a decision that transformed everything. Alternatively, it could have been a sense of peace amidst chaos, a subtle assurance that everything would turn out well, even in the face of opposition. It indicates a profound reality that extends beyond the earthly realm. They remind us that life encompasses more than what is visible, tangible, or quantifiable. God beckons us to investigate this profound truth, not by fear or compulsion, but through curiosity and awe. He communicates with, he manifests himself with us in hushed tones, through the splendor of a sunrise, the benevolence of an unknown person, or the tranquility of a serene moment. He resonates with our emotions, compelling us to go beyond appearances and pursue the underlying truth. This journey focuses not on discovering conclusive answers, but on embracing the inquiries and permitting them to influence our development. Contemplate this. If God were entirely comprehensible, could he genuinely be considered God? A portion of his majesty resides in his enigma. He is simultaneously immanent, present in all aspects of creation, and transcendent, existing far beyond our capacity for imagination. This duality renders him exceptionally captivating. He is sufficiently proximate to provide solace, yet sufficiently expansive to evoke wonder. He is both familiar and enigmatic, recognized yet elusive. Upon contemplating the similarities between divinity and the enigmas of consciousness and energy, we recognize that faith does not entail the relinquishment of reason, but rather its augmentation. It pertains to acknowledging the existence of truths that, while unprovable by scientific means, are nonetheless authentic. Faith compels us to trust in the invisible, and believe in the unseen forces that uphold the universe. It compels us to transcend our skepticism and accept our potential for something greater. Ultimately, comprehending God pertains less to intellectual proficiency and more to relational connection. It concerns embracing the divine essence that pervades all facets of existence. It pertains to attentive listening, acquiring knowledge, and personal development. It involves recognizing that the enigma of God is not an obstacle, but an invitation to venture into the unknown, dive into the profundities of the divine, and uncover the purpose and significance that lie therein. The Creator, via consciousness and energy, unveils some of the most profound enigmas of existence. Contemplate it. What constitutes consciousness? What is its origin? Science has devoted centuries to elucidating this question, yet the answers continue to be elusive. Consciousness is not a phenomenon that can be physically interacted with, quantified, or comprehensively elucidated. It is immaterial, yet it delineates our identity. It constitutes the fundamental nature of our consciousness, our capacity to think, feel, and perceive our surroundings. Nevertheless, despite our progress, the origin of consciousness from the physical brain remains unknown. Certain scientists propose it is an emergent property of complex systems, whereas others contend it may be fundamental, akin to space and time. However, consciousness compels us to contemplate that not all phenomena in existence can be attributed solely to material causes. It suggests a more profound reality, one that surpasses our comprehension or quantification. We redirect our attention to energy. Energy constitutes another fundamental aspect of reality. It energizes the universe, propels motion, and supports life. The principles of physics dictate that energy cannot be generated or annihilated. It just converts from one form to another. This conservation concept posits that energy has always existed, akin to the everlasting essence of God. Upon reflection, energy is ubiquitous. It circulates through stars, sustains plant development, and invigorates our own bodies. Nevertheless, despite its ubiquity, energy continues to be enigmatic. We can use, examine, and apply it, although we cannot completely delineate it. It is simultaneously recognizable and enigmatic, akin to the holy. What if we perceived God from the perspectives of these two profound enigmas, consciousness and energy? Envision God as the paramount origin of both. Similar to how consciousness invigorates our thoughts, God may be perceived as the supreme consciousness, the intellect underlying creation itself. Similar to how energy fuels the cosmos, God may be perceived as the boundless energy that supports all existence. While these parallels are not flawless, they facilitate the connection between the familiar and the unfamiliar. They encourage us to perceive God not as a remote, abstract notion, but as a vibrant, active presence intricately interwoven into the essence of reality. Let us forward this matter. Examine the methodology via which science addresses the unknown. Scientists do not avoid mystery. Rather, they welcome it. They pose inquiries, do tests, and identify patterns within the disorder. Even the most eminent scientific intellects concede the constraints of human comprehension. There are phenomena that we may never completely understand. Black holes, quantum physics, and dark matter are examples of domains where our understanding remains insufficient. Instead of disheartening us, these enigmas evoke admiration. They evoke the immense complexity of the universe. The enigma of God beckons us to investigate with humility and awe. Although we may never completely comprehend the essence of God, it does not imply that we should cease our pursuit. The trip is inherently transformational. Each inquiry we pose and each insight we get enhance our understanding of the divine. Consider it analogous to ascending a mountain. As elevation increases, the vista becomes increasingly spectacular. However, the top is not the whole prize. The ascent imparts lessons in patience, resilience, and thankfulness. Likewise, indeed, the pursuit of God enhances our existence, transforming us into more reflective, empathetic, and conscious beings. We must acknowledge the significance of human experience. Although science and philosophy offer significant foundations, they cannot encompass the entirety of experiencing the supernatural. Numerous individuals recount experiences of transcendence, instances when they saw a connection to a force beyond their own existence. These events sometimes elude elucidation, yet they have a profound influence. A feeling of tranquility envelops them. Their viewpoint alters. They start to perceive the world not as a series of arbitrary occurrences, but as a tapestry intricately woven with intention. Could these instances be manifestations of God's presence? Possibly. Alternatively, they may serve as reminders of the boundless potential inherent in every individual. Ultimately, comprehending God does not include discovering conclusive solutions. It involves accepting inquiries, remaining receptive to opportunities, and acknowledging that mystery is a fundamental aspect of existence. Regardless of whether you examine this subject from a religious, spiritual, or just academic perspective, the quest for truth fosters development. It compels us to broaden our intellects, cultivate empathy, and enhance our connection to our surroundings. As you contemplate the essence of God, bear in mind that the journey is as significant as the destination. Continue inquiring, persist in exploration, and maintain awe at the magnificence of the unknown. The pursuit of understanding God and the universe goes beyond mere intellectual endeavors. It is really intimate. Every individual has questions regarding its existence, purpose, and significance. These inquiries are not abstract notions, but manifestations of our intrinsic need for truth and connection. The quest for God transcends religious rites and philosophical discussions. It is an experiential reality that encourages us to delve into the profundities of our own emotions and intellect. Envision being beneath a celestial canopy on a pristine night. Gaze upward, and you will observe many stars dispersed throughout the sky. Certain celestial bodies are millions of light years distant, with their light traversing immense distances to reach your vision. At such a point, you may perceive yourself as little, perhaps even inconsequential. However, a change occurs. You comprehend that the same power that initiated the movement of those stars also catalyzed your genesis. You are integral to a larger entity beyond your individual existence. This recognition might be humiliating, yet it is also very powerful. It serves as a reminder of our connection to the cosmos, one another, and the divine. Marks the birth of spirituality. Spirituality does not include conforming to strict ideologies or adhering to established regulations. It pertains to the pursuit of truth, the acceptance of mystery, and the discovery of significance in the unknown. It involves posing significant inquiries and remaining receptive to the responses, especially when they confront our preconceptions. What is my identity? What is my purpose for being here? What is my objective? The inquiries lack. The questions may not have straightforward answers, but the act of asking them transforms us and broadens our horizons. It opens our minds and hearts to new possibilities. This is the story of a person who is on a quest to find a hidden treasure. Throughout the journey, they encounter obstacles, uncertainties, and instances of despondency. With each stride, they become increasingly robust, sagacious, and tough. Upon arriving at the riches, they comprehend that the genuine prize was not the destination, but the voyage itself. This holds true for our spiritual pursuit. The pursuit of God transforms us in unforeseen ways. It imparts patience, humility, and thankfulness. It enables us to recognize the beauty of imperfection and the sanctity of everyday life. Begin this journey. Commence by focusing your concentration. Observe your surroundings, the rustling foliage, the laughter of a kid, the cadence of your respiration. These ordinary times serve as opportunities to engage with the supernatural. They remind us that God is neither far nor indifferent, but rather present in the current moment. He communicates via creation, interpersonal connections, and the tranquility inside us. Our sole need is to listen. Listening necessitates stillness, and silence demands bravery. In our rapid, cacophonous environment, quiet may evoke discomfort. We occupy every moment with diversions, music, social media, incessant conversation. Embracing quiet facilitates the creation of space for contemplation. We permit ourselves to face our anxieties, aspirations, and ambitions. In that silence, we may discern a whisper, a soft voice directing us towards truth. As we deepen our comprehension of God, we concurrently enhance our self-awareness. We recognize that we are simultaneously small and infinite, frail but robust, and ordinary yet exceptional. This contradiction is at the core of human existence. It serves as a reminder that we are both architects and products of our existence, able to shape our lives while recognizing our dependence on a higher power. The essence of this voyage lies in its perpetual nature. There is perpetually more to uncover, more to comprehend, and more to evolve into. Each response generates other inquiries, and every disclosure intensifies the enigma. This is not vexing, but invigorating. It signifies and verifies that life is abundant with potential, and there is always opportunity for development and metamorphosis. For God, ultimately, it does not pertain to reaching a definitive endpoint. It pertains to accepting the journey, with all its complexities, joys, and tragedies. It pertains to discovering marvel in the mundane and significance in the enigmatic. It involves acknowledging our role in a vast, evolving narrative, one that remains in progress. In that narrative, we each possess a designated role. Let us traverse this journey with inquisitiveness, bravery, and receptiveness. Let us endeavor to comprehend not just God, but also ourselves and our surrounding universes more comprehensively. By doing so, we honor the blessings of life and the mysteries of the divine. Upon contemplating the significant concepts presented in this film, I am struck by the enormity of the inquiries we have boldly posed. Where did it all originate? Who or what is responsible for the complex design of existence? These are not mere abstract philosophical reflections. They penetrate the essence of our humanity, compelling us to confront the boundaries of our comprehension and the profundity of our curiosity. This exploration into the essence of God, creation, and the cosmos has been both disconcerting and awe-inspiring for me. It serves as a reminder that although science elucidates how phenomena operate, it frequently leaves us desiring explanations for the more profound why inquiries, questions that resonate with both the intellect and the spirit. The primary insight from this examination is both straightforward and profound. We inhabit a cosmos teeming with enigmas, encouraging us to welcome curiosity instead of fearing ambiguity. Whether you approach these subjects through religion, reason, or a combination of both, the key lies in the pursuit, the courage to inquire, explore, and grow. Concepts like eternity, awareness, and transcendence compel us to broaden our viewpoints beyond the familiar or comfortable. Moreover, we have acknowledged the inquiry. Who created God? It is not intended to belittle divinity, but to provoke profound contemplation on the boundless essence of life. I now encourage you to take action. Allow this film to serve as an impetus, a catalyst for your personal inquiry. Examine thoroughly the writings, ideologies, or scientific ideas that resonate with you. Engage in dialogues with others possessing divergent perspectives. Allow their ideas to refine your own understanding. Alternatively, be silent and contemplate the enigmas we have examined today. Regardless of the path you take, keep in mind that the pursuit of truth is not centered on reaching conclusive solutions, but rather on enhancing one's vitality through inquiry. Ultimately, it is not only about comprehending the cosmos, it is about uncovering your identity inside it.